Generals, gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our biggest challenge yet.
The greatest one we've ever gone for.
If there ever was the casters that could, it's right now. We are attempting to do a 4v4 Nomad cast
Of
Rise of Nations, which is a little bit crazy here. So what Nomad is, if you guys aren't aware, Nomad is where you don't have a city to start off with. You start off with your 3 villages, and you must try and find a nice location to build your first city. You don't want to build it somewhere sucky. You want to build it next to trees and a mountain as well if you can. Next to a river would be nice too. Well, not a river, the water. So a bit more strategic than you otherwise see. Kind of like Civilization 5 style.
Yeah, I'm really liking this, dude. I'm super hyped.
Yep, so it's just going to be a 4v4 between 2 clans. So like this is kind of hype actually, because this is going to be some pretty high tier stuff. So the 2 clans here at the south, I can't even see that. What, like line INDI? Oh yeah, so it's IND. Whatever IND is.
IND, yeah. IND clan. It's going to be one of them. So we'll have a chance to intro our players here.
Yep, sure.
Yeah, so we got a full power. He's going to be playing as our Americans. We have...
This is hard to keep up with.
Wow, who's this? So this is... Yeah, that's an American. So we'll scroll over to the next one. We've got it's blue. So that's Priest of Death.
Awesome.
Cool name. He's going to be playing as our Dutch. Was he? Was he Dutch?
Yeah,
he was Dutch.
at the top, Dutch.
Yeah, it was Dutch. We've got Monkey. He's going to be playing as our Spanish. And lastly, we're going to have...
I don't even... Oh, was it here?
No, yellow. Yellow. Should be yellow.
Oh, yellow.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I didn't see him on the mini-map until the city
King
finished.
Amaya, he's going to be our Bantu.
Yeah, so it's going to take us like 20 minutes to actually intro all these players. But
I know,
that's
right?
fine. We have a lot of time to kill. You know, it's Nomad. It's a bit slower than what you normally see from standard players now only just finishing their cities. It will take a little bit to build up before the action starts. As for the northern team, it's going to be RA. That's a clan. Red Alert. I think the clan, it's short for Command & Conquer Red Alert.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense for a Rise of Nations cast.
Yeah, pretty much. So, alright, here we go. So it's going to be Young One. He's going to be the Persians. Will be this green guy. The green guy is Older Death. Man, this is a little bit morbid here.
Yeah.
We got Priest of Death, Old Death.
Death.
A little bit badass. He's going to be the Turks. I hope he has lots of good kebabs to spare. Other than that, this guy, Mr. White, he is Leonidas. That sounds like a Roman general or something.
No, that was a Spartan.
Oh, of course.
Spartan,
Yeah.
Man. Yeah.
This is Rise of Nations.
Yeah, this is Rise of Nations.
Yeah, he's Russians, and who have I missed? This guy, Aqua. The Frenchman will be Rozaki. So I think we'll just go ahead and refer to these players by their colors when we're actually getting the action underway, because otherwise it's going to be a little bit too hectic to try and remember all the names and try and say it in a smooth, coherent way. And that's what we're all about here at General Gentleman Headquarters, being smooth and coherent. That's right. You heard it here, folks.
You did indeed.
So this is a pretty interesting map because there's a lot of water. There's a lot of fishing that players can utilize. And there's kind of like a fair bit of chokes. Like there isn't really much land. Like on the sides there is, but throughout the middles, it's very, very choke pointy. But at the same time, you don't really want to overcommit in water because... You know, boats in Rise of Nations, they're not like the Cyber and Destroyers that you get in Supreme Commander. They can't walk on land as well. So you're contained. Like, if you invest so much in your water, it's like, well, I've secured my 4 fish, and now I can't really do anything else other than mine my 4 fish.
I guess that's the thing. I think we'll be seeing naval aggression coming in from kind of the side players. So in this case, yellow and grey and orange and aqua, because they're going to be actually contesting the water that's right next to them, so there'll probably be a pretty big investment, but you don't really go too heavy into naval in a situation where you can't siege your opponent's city, and that's going to be the case for like a few of these kind of, I guess you'd call them inlet lake things in a few of these lakes, because they don't actually extend to an opponent's territory, at least not yet.
Yeah, like this would be pretty pointless. Like, you know, good luck here. Yeah, and like this is the capital as well. So if there's the gunboats, whatever the siege boats are called, the bombard ships, you can siege their capital from that. That being said, though, what we actually may see is like a backwards capital, because these are really close to their opponents. If they lose their capital, it's going to be pretty dangerous. Like, we'll see the second city probably forward, but you know, it puts you in a risky spot. Maybe a backwards city with a senate for the capital, it would be perhaps a better idea to give you that safety, which is not something that you ever really, you know, worry about in a 1v1. You know, your capital is generally pretty safe. Yeah, so other than that, one thing to bear in mind as well is you can, of course, travel land units across water. So, like, water is more than just securing the fishes. It's also about, like, securing...
Denying map movement, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Denying map movement is a good way of wording it, because it means that, say, if White has control of the water, he can rotate his army across. He can flank the capital with a land army, because of the way that transports work. So, pretty interested to see how this actually goes, because like this is just something so different to what we normally cast. Like, not only is it a big 4v4, it's a big 4v4 like with organized clans. Like, we did the 4v4 earlier, but I'm pretty sure that was just randoms. That wasn't actually like a clan. So there should be a bit more communication, as we do see in the chat here. You know, there's a fair bit of chat going on, which, you know, plays... I mean, like, if they're taking this, like, hardcore turbo serious, they'd probably be in, like, TeamSpeak, but, like, you know, not quite.
Which they might be. I mean, you never know. And it'd be cool as well, because we get to see, like, army compositions, changing, like, maybe specialist units from one nation helping out another nation, which is going to be really cool to see armies getting used together in this kind of a, sort of a team game. And this is cool. They're all kind of building docks on the safe. On like kind of the safe water areas where you can all farm from like the same fishing points, which is cool. I like seeing that.
Yeah, for the record, you can share fish in the same way that you
yeah.
can share the rare resources here. So it's not like other RTS games where you're fighting.
Limited, yeah.
You can't have both of the resources. Like if your opponent in 0 hour, if your opponent builds a supply on your supply or your teammate, you can't both mine that.
Yeah.
So this is going to be, wow, a very forward city here from the Spaniard, Mr. Purple. So how is he building that? Is that... Because city has to be in a territory. Is that a Spain thing? I don't understand.
Maybe you can build inside friendly allied territory.
Oh, yeah,
I'm guessing you can
because that was
build inside
allied
territory. Yeah.
Right.
Which is still, yeah, so you can build inside allied territory, but you can't share, like, territory in that sense. I guess if you get what I mean. Like, you can build inside friendly territory, but then you'll still push back their economic borders. Like, you'll push back their borders
poor Yellow.
still.
Oh, look at these cities
Which I guess
here.
will change with Civic. This is going to be a huge war.
Can we triple that side? Look at this.
Yeah.
Who's that? That's Persian. So I think they want to be...
Triple one side.
Wait, this villager, man. He's trying to 1v1 the other villager.
This is intense.
Man, look at that bitch slapping.
Oh, the kicks! Man, these combat mechanics. Push, knee kick.
I like how he
great.
was like covering his head, even though he wasn't actually being retaliated
As a
upon.
martial artist, I can definitely tell you that was definitely legit fighting.
As a
Coming out
professional
right there.
martial artist.
As a professional martial artist.
Yeah, actually, someone in one of the YouTube comments earlier was like, how is Blake not fat given all the energy drink that he drinks? And I said because he's a pro martial artist. So there you go, bit of flattery here. And like it's weird because you look at these players, they're so close together, and then you look at Aqua versus Orange, Americans versus France. There's like
spawn quite.
That's
like
just
a
so
long
far
way
apart.
Yeah.
And looks like there's going to be a bit of a showdown here because, you know, look where Purple is. We also saw in the chat earlier that the Northern team, like, I think they're planning on 3v1ing. Like, they said that earlier.
Side, yeah.
Unless they mean the other side. But, yeah, the same thing here. Look at this. We have the blue man. He's going to be Arnhem. Arnhem checkpoint! Duh! Company Ferris. That's obviously Dutch then, isn't it? Yes, I knew it. Arnhem is Arnhem checkpoint's one of the maps in Company Ferris.
So this is cool play. It's like you don't have the second cities are going down. This has happened twice now for the IND clan. They've built cities inside friendly territory to get max map control essentially. So like one player builds a second city further out, and then instead of building a second city in their base, the next player builds their second city past the second city of the other player. If that makes any sense. Essentially, it just means more and more map control. I don't know how that's going to work out territory wise and expansion wise. It might gimp your allies a little bit, but I mean, we'll see how it goes. Could work.
Yeah, like where is Orange gonna
I
build
guess
his
left.
city?
He's gonna go left and
He's
then
gonna
into
have
the
to.
middle, like
Unless he
yeah.
builds it like here. Like, oh no, there it is.
Hey, see, this is baller, man. I'm liking this. I don't know. Yeah, I guess this is legit. I'm thinking this is legit, dude. This is intense. They're just expanding out as much as possible, and it leads to a fair bit of map control. It kind of gimps certain areas of the map for players who want to expand. Like their territory isn't going to be all together, but that doesn't really matter. It's not like you suffer attrition damage from moving through allied territory.
That's yellows.
This is cool play. It really means like way more map control coming in for IND.
Where look
clan.
at RA Clan, the northern team. They're not doing any of that tomfoolery. They haven't even really got a second city. Like none of them actually have a second city. There's one here for the Aquaman for France.
I guess they're like,
and of course White as well. He's had that one for a while.
They're hard eco like teching or something. I don't know. I guess they're just maxing out their initial cities.
Super fast Colossus. Like this is
yeah.
This is so bizarre. Like this is just not what you ever see in a 1v1 game. But these are clan players and we're not. So we'll go with it. We'll see what it has to offer. I mean, yeah, it's gonna give you a bit of eco, but like having wealth's pretty important. That being said, though, you can like trade with your allies when you hit. I think it's commerce 2 or 3. So like, yeah, it's a bit different dynamic here. And like at the moment, like these cities are very vulnerable. Doesn't look like we have either of these players going for military just yet. IND clan are, just trying to get as many cities as they can, and they have probably double the cities of the RA clan.
I'd say definitely machine.
It's a nice tower.
Nice tower, yeah. Definitely want towers, especially on really important lumber camps, which we see here. One of the other bigger things is how many mines are we actually going to see coming down here? This isn't exactly a mine-heavy map. So getting control over those mountainous regions is going to be really important.
There's a lot of choke points here, so mining would be very efficient. Oh wait, he means mining mountains.
Wrong game.
Wrong game.
Whoops the daisies.
Get it? I made a joke.
Mate,
but,
I think you're all funny. I do machine.
That's a second city here. Also, because it's Nomad, it's like different timings of like... Yeah, this is just... I can't even comprehend what's going on right now, man.
We're seeing like classical
really
hit now, which
too.
is about 11 minutes in. So yeah, Hanging Gardens goes down. I guess in a 4v4 you want to claim the wonders as fast as possible before they all get used up.
There's not many left. Like this is ancient age here from Bantu, man. He's got 3 cities, as Bantu should do. Get the 3 cities out really fast. They have the cheapest cities. We haven't really gone over like the factions. I guess when there's 8 of them, like there's a bit too many to really go over.
Keep track of. I mean, I guess we could do it now if we had a chance to. But,
well, we might as well. Like I don't think there isn't really that much else happening. But actually, it may start to change. We see a barracks being thrown down from the white man, from the Russians, and a barracks from purple, but that's kind of like in the territory of yellow.
So I guess we compare them, like what do Russians have, like in terms of, might as well just flick over. So attrition damage is increased. Yeah, so that's gonna be really nice to have like the Russian on the side where attrition upgrades are free. Yeah, start with +1 extra per civic in terms of like national borders. So that's gonna be, it's so great to have Russians on like the side here, because increased national borders and increased attrition damage as well. It's gonna be really hard.
And a free civic.
Them. Yeah, and the free.
They start off with cavalry units, extra damage against supply, and an extra plunder and more oil as well. So yeah, like it's certainly that's gonna help a bit. Is the territory?
Yeah, I guess we'll make a comparison like against yellow. So that's they're going like Bantu. So again, like expansion is gonna be better, cheaper cities, increased pop cap, and which they can see like barracks units moving faster, and unit upgrades don't require military resets, which is actually pretty cool as well. The +1 city limit is great to have on the side here. So I think we're going to potentially see our first engagement here. Catapults out.
It's one city. Look at the Turkish's build.
Yeah.
He's only got 1 city, so he's able to rush out his army very quickly. Look, double siege factory,
and he doesn't have to worry about that. He doesn't. He just goes like really aggressive. Like builds all the while his cyan friend expands, he just goes like hard military. And ordinarily that would be bad because you'd be really vulnerable at home, and you also wouldn't have that much economy. But just going pure into military. Yikes. That's really cool. Wow, this is super aggressive.
And it's so early that there's no attrition damage either, and he hasn't even upgraded his ancient units despite having the catapults. But like this was just a really aggressive roster, and it's worked. Also, like the way the city and the stables are placed, he can take those production structures down pretty quickly with the 4 catapults.
Yeah, both of them being denied here. That's going to be really important. when it comes to like against Orange. It's like, don't worry. Yeah. I mean, yeah, taking 2 production buildings outside of city limits, that's pretty cool. So they're going to be suffering damage. It's going to be real easy to take them out, as the machine said.
Well, that's a city here from Red, so now he has his own forward base. And looks like there's going to be a bit of standoff here as well. We have a fair bit of structures being thrown down. Now, as for the IND clan, there's no contesting of the water. So at the moment, there's pretty uncontested fishing going on from the RA clan. That's pretty important too. But like this is the main game changer here, because like not only Orange, but even Aqua, even Green as well. Like everyone's, I think that's actually what they were referring to. They said early in chat, do you want a 3 that side? They're completely balling through. There's like a massive concentration of forces here, and those are the upgraded phalanxes. Meanwhile, on the left side though, this could be the equilibrium of forces, I guess.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
that means that there's a lot of forces here that can't really be contested because, you know, there's such a big commitment on the RA clan on the right side. So I do like how Razo Nations replays automatically skip pauses. Like, isn't that nice?
It's pretty great.
Well, man, that chat.
Chat gone crazy. That'll happen. So yeah, looking on the... Where's that minimize at, bro?
I don't even know, like...
How'd you maximize it?
I didn't maximize it.
There we go. It's going down
You
again
did it
now.
by time.
I guess, yeah.
I think it's just because it was a pause.
They were chatting
that's
during
why.
the pause. That
Yeah.
would make sense.
So, a big battle over this city
But
here.
hashtag attrition, man.
Yeah, taking a little bit here. It's a senator, so won't be giving any aura. Meanwhile, on the right side, it's still pretty one-sided here. There's just too much from the RA clan. They're taking city and maybe even the second city now. Still, there's going to be, you know, a pretty good army here. A lot of bowmen, a lot of hoplites too. The city's getting very low. Reinforcements will be stemming in though, and these units are getting kind of low from this attrition. So getting a despot would be nice. They can't get a supply wagon because that's a medieval age unit.
Yeah, and we're all
Here we
chilling at the moment on the classical age. So production here getting forced back. So war elephant getting thrown down. Thankful that Red had that forward base. Looking down towards the bottom engagement here, and yeah, it's just a lot of stuff. It's a bit of a comeback coming in from Blue. He's got a bit of stuff coming in. What are they? Sorry.
There's scholars from the university.
Yeah, scholars running for the water.
You want to keep those alive if you can. Put them in another university.
So not only losing production buildings, which is obviously stopping your production, funnily enough, but it's also a pretty big timber investment to throw more production buildings up, especially early. Like we're talking like 80 timber, like for some of these production buildings. So you're losing production, then you're well, depending on what it is, like 120, 120 like timber, depending on what the structure actually is.
Especially if you build them when you already have one, because the price goes up.
Yeah,
and the price goes up pretty steeply when it is your own. So it's still being assimilated here. There's going to be some catapults trying to siege down these barracks, but barracks isn't a real word. But like there's just so many of them. Like there's 2 stables, 3 barracks if you include whites as well. So this is going to be a pretty non-stop tug of war. It's basically a MOBA at this stage. And pretty big pop here of these slingers. What are they? Immortals. Persian unique infantry. Slightly weaker than normal hoplites, but can fire at range. Wow,
that's strong.
Yeah, they're ranged, but they're still only ancient age as well. At the same time though, I think these are all ancient age. Oh, here we go, bowmen. So this is something different. Like you never really see classical age unit tech in 1v1s, but because players they're so committed to taking this city that they want to get every advantage they can. So yeah, pretty crazy. And meanwhile, like I wonder if there's any players that haven't really invested much in their military. Like Blue, like has he really gone for much military? Like he hasn't, surely, unless he lost the city here, I think, didn't he? Yeah, he lost one of these cities. That's probably why he's a little bit far behind.
Yeah, he's expanding back inside his own territory now, going for internal cities and running those scholars away as fast as humanly possible. So
I think at this stage, everyone is just balling out as many troops as they can.
City definitely nowhere near getting assimilated here. It keeps transferring back.
Yeah, and every time it gets captured back, the assimilation countdown it resets. And it means that the city, it isn't really giving anyone income, where these, on the right side, they're fully assimilated. They're now giving income back to the green player, and he may even lose the hanging garden. He's going to lose his wonder, and this is capital here as well. So we may even see Orange get knocked out very early on into this game.
Yeah, definitely a possibility. Machine, this aggression is absolutely bully here, and the army is pretty much everything green. I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is to do with like resource transfer as well. It's not just like green has this ridiculous army and like cyan's barely contributing. It's like I'm pretty sure there's resource transfer going on here as well.
Yeah,
in favor of those who have the better military tech and the better military production as well.
Yeah, there's still a bit of aqua units, but not that many.
Definitely contributing.
And there's just so many bowmen here. Like, there isn't really much of a mix. There isn't many. I mean, there's a couple of horses coming out, but not really as many cavalry as what might be a good idea.
With a couple of like stables in the area, it wouldn't be a bad idea to throw down some pikemen. Pikemen are good, and you've got the. Do pikemen actually counter war elephants? They don't do that.
No, they don't.
I'm sure they don't.
Yeah, that must be why he went for archers. Yeah, it's like archers. I think maybe like javelineers as well.
Yeah.
It's like they're kind of there we go. That's the upgraded archers. Yeah, it's kind of like the reverse. I guess when you have so many archers, they're able to kind of take down cavalry units, but still, mixing in is nice. But also then like you have melee units, they can get focused down really fast. So 3 towers keeps. This is a little bit desperate here because the IND clan, they need to make work on this left city.
Like,
and
full
they
power. He's medieval now, but he's not really making use of it because his city's getting absolutely destroyed. Like he lost the guns, like you said. This army is just ridiculous coming in from Young Death and Urazuki. Very hard to deal with.
Well, it looks like still taking attrition damage. I mean, yeah, maybe it's worth one of them just popping out a despot. Because
it doesn't transfer though, does it, to your allies? I'm pretty sure I saw.
Nah, surely it does.
I don't know whether it does. I know. I guess we'll find out. But I was thinking it might not because I could have sworn I saw like purple taking attrition damage and yellow not taking attrition damage earlier, but I could be wrong. That's always a possibility when it comes to these Rise of Nations casts. We by no means know everything about.
Oh yeah, we are far from that. We're still like pretty inexperienced, I guess.
We're almost as inexperienced as and unupgraded as these slingers are. Machines, so.
Well, I mean, they're veterans of combat. Like they've been around this battle for a while, but I think this is the real decider because the RA clan they've been able to hold the city. They haven't lost it yet. And that means that the right side is successful here. The right side, it wouldn't have really mattered too much if the same reaction happened at the left, but looks like they weren't able to make work done, and now it could even be a counter-attack. The terracotta army...
Yeah, getting thrown down by a Dutchman.
Just being built. I mean, that could stem the tide of...
Yeah, but you kind of needed it earlier. Like, more unit production would have been better, and... Already, I mean, there's already on that forward city for Green Old Death. There's already like a temple there and unit production structures. So he's reinforcing his army from the front here. Like, look at that. He's got everything you possibly need. It has like a siege factory. It has the barracks. Has the stables. Already has the 2 siege factories behind inside of Science Base. So definitely in favor of RA Clan at the moment.
Yeah, most of our players now on the medieval age, starting to upgrade their units. Yeah, like I wonder, can they come back from this? Like, do they have better economy? Like, I know it's kind of hard to compare like 8 different players
economies,
to see who's ahead. I mean, as far as I can tell, like it looked pretty even. Oh, oops, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Negotiate as a spectator. Yeah, like it looks pretty even as far as economy. So, and there's just.
If we look at purple, I mean, they've got at least control over how many ships do we have here? There's a lot of them, yeah.
But it's the same for the north, really.
Same for the north. They have the same idea as just kind of committing to one region, the kind of the safe fishing zone, I guess you could say. And then they all have docks inside that, and they're all got fishing boats there, which is just essentially free income because it's not going to be harassed anytime soon.
All right, well, we have a castle being thrown down. It's going to be really important to have that forward castle.
Yeah, tough to assimilate without taking that one out as well as the city.
Oh, actually, the capital's been moved. Nice. Cleveland is now the capital of USA.
Love it, man. I love it.
Well, it's clever, though, because it means if he loses Washington, which is looking pretty inevitable, he won't lose the game, which is, a priority. Not losing is generally the way to win.
Unless you just go straight for Forbidden City, man.
Yeah, that's legit. But
another option.
I think Forbidden City requires, like, gunpowder or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Let's see. Oh no, it's medieval.
Medieval.
But
390
can't
as well.
really afford it. In case you don't know what we're referring to, Forbidden City, it actually removes capital timers, so you can't lose by capital defeat, which is what we saw in one of our earlier casts. It was a pretty cool game, and there's non-stop barraging here. I certainly hope we don't run out of rocks, because there's just...
That'd be a real problem.
There's been a lot of
wouldn't it?
rocks thrown around. They might
Reduce capture with infantry. Reduce capture with infantry.
Good luck, man. Good luck.
Ping, 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 ping.
I mean,
ping.
there's a castle behind it. There's a lot of units. There's elephants even.
It's not gonna go well.
Yeah, and that's gonna be the castle down too. So it's been very gradual. Green and Aqua, they haven't been greedy. They haven't tried to throw themselves away. But we actually see a bit of an army amassing here from both blue and from orange. So they're ready for a counter attack of sorts.
I mean, I'm guessing they're just buying time to try and take this north, but it's not working out. I don't know what the option here is.
You had one job.
Yeah, I know, right? It's going to be really hard to actually launch a counterattack into, say, red or green's capital, because it takes so much time for the infantry to actually get over there. It's a big map. The transition time is going to be huge.
And one thing that we haven't quite explored is the possibility of going for a flank attack. The problem with that, though, is there's too much production structures. They're so close. Like, if one of the players tries to move out and goes for a flank somewhere else, like, yeah, they may take the city, but the other team are going to punish them by just destroying all their production. So I don't think it's really an option.
No.
We're in a 1v1. It's a little bit different because your structures are quite far away, but when your structures are on the door, they can get taken down pretty quickly, and we're going to see...
Here's a counterattack.
Yeah, they're going for the attack now, but look, orange are actually is retreating while blue's going in. Bad coordination here by the IND clan. It's going to be a 2v1. Orange now turning to engage, but it could even be too late here. This is a pretty crucial engagement, and blue's getting demolished. He got destroyed in that engagement. I think his army was just a little bit smaller either way, but this coordination, it certainly didn't help. That being said, orange is getting some pretty good work done here.
But a few of those are fake units as well, Machine. That's something else you have to remember, and there's so many pikemen on the board as well. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Look how many fake units there are. There's actually quite a few. Like, a few of those crossbowmen, they are, and yeah, the attack was just very badly timed. They didn't even take out the majority of the trebuchets, which I think was the idea there. There's still like 3 or 4 trebuchets in that area.
Starting to fire on the barracks and the stables, so that was a pretty important push. Even if it was was executed better. I almost said betterly, but I didn't. That still probably would have lost. Like, I think the army was just too big from the RA clan here, and they had a lot of reinforcements coming in, so this could certainly be the end. But still, there's a long way to go, especially as the left side, the action is still going hot.
You also have to consider the fact that the terracotta army was thrown down by Dutchman,
nice.
Mr. Blue, so it's going to start producing units, but how much longer are they going to have before this army's on the doorstep of the terracotta army and actually going to be taking that out? Yeah, so a few of these, the unit production's coming, but it's really not going to be enough. And having the kind of real massive units here, what's the word I'm looking for, Machine? Having the
superior
number, like at a point where critical mass is what I was looking for, Machine. Thank you very much. Having the critical mass of units is pretty huge in RA, because you can just kind of walk over all of your opponent's reinforcements as they come out of the production instructions. They get sniped down really quickly, and to word that better, you need a good unit composition in Rise of Nations. You need a combination of units, as you see here. Like, you need like crossbow in the back, you need pikemen in the front, you need some flanking heavy cavalry, you need the siege units. And the problem, if your opponent's on the doorstep of your reinforcements, is you're getting each of these squads out one by one, so you don't have a good unit composition. You don't have a unit composition at all. You just have individual units which are instantly countered as soon as they come out, even if you spawn them inside of the garrisons, which is the problem that Blue and Orange are actually facing here. And still making no headway up the top are our IND clan.
This is like Verdun.
Yeah.
Like, this is just, the futility of trench warfare is basically what's happening right now. I mean, that being said, though, like, are they actually? Like,
starting to siege the castle now, and I guess that's good. But in order to siege the castle, the trebuchets are so close to the reinforcements coming in from our grey man. It's just the trebuchets are getting sniped before they can actually take the castle out. The castle placement is actually really nice.
Pretty sure it's white though. Like, it isn't grey.
Whoa!
It's white.
Look,
that is
mate,
white.
You wanna 1v1 me in Rise of Nations or something?
Yes.
And just see what happens.
All right.
When we click
I'll
on
go
white or
white.
grey. So okay,
Yeah.
right, no worries.
Also, one thing to bear in mind as well, with a terracotta army, it becomes much more powerful at gunpowder age. Because at the moment, javeliniers don't actually counter pikemen.
No.
If anything, probably the opposite. Whereas then when you hit gunpowder, the arquebusiers, they actually do counter pikemen as well as crossbowmen. So that they do become much more powerful then, especially when you hit enlightenment and you get the musketeers. So that would help, because right now there's a lot of pikemen and the javelineers aren't really, the best response, but there will be quite a few of them from that terracotta army. And looks like we see... Oh, is that going to be a reinforcement on the right side? I don't even know. Like, yellow, I think he's trying to reposition somewhere. Pretty risky move to do so. Forbidden City is being built by orange. Plenty of castles in the back, but that city, Boyce, was taken. Is that a French city? It's a funny name.
Yeah, the aggression's been pretty nuts here. So I guess going for all these forward cities didn't end up panning out.
Yeah.
IND clan. I guess if there was delayed aggression coming in from especially green and cyan down the bottom, they might have been okay. They would have had a lot of map territory. They probably could have better kind of consolidated their position once you get the taxation upgrade. Sorry now, because they definitely had the advantage in terms of map control. They had a lot of the map. But the aggression just came out way too quickly before they were ready or had the right army composition for it, which was pretty crushing.
And I like how they timed it, because that they both invested in different levels of rushing. Green went all out. Like, he went, I think it was green, or was it red?
Green went all out.
It was green, yeah. It was green that basically he didn't go to classical. He just stayed on Ancient Age. And then he got a lot of Ancient Age units out, and then he got Classical Age for the siege. He went double Siege Factory, which is just insane. Got the four catapults out, like crazy fast. And then Aqua was there with a bit more of a standard Classical Age rush. Gonna have that backup secondary wave of troops. Whereas if they both committed to Ancient Age rushing, then that may have fallen off. Where Aqua was there to kind of reinforce him. And still they're here now in a massive group of units, and Blue's trying to get an army of his own, but it's just nowhere near the size, not even with the terracotta army.
Perhaps if they can collapse on the trebuchets, there's a chance they can buy a little bit more time, but even then there's the elite pikemen there, which are pretty great at destroying at leveling cities anyway, and production structures. So
we do see a flank here coming through from the yellow man,
it's
but
gonna take a long time to get there.
And as I said, it means that there's a counterattack coming through. Takes a city. Production structures are going to be an option to focus as we see. I don't think RA quite realized that yellow's retreated. Otherwise, they may be more aggressive, because currently there's still a bit of a siege rather than just a full-on attack.
They're assuming it's there's a big army from yellow in the area.
Yeah,
but
because of the way that garrisoning work, you don't know where your opponent's units are. Chances are they're garrisoned in the structures in the city. But we will start to see, Yellow's army, and kind of the one weakness of this playstyle is they have no production structures in their base. So they are completely vulnerable to a counter-attack. But I think it's maybe just a little bit too late and too little. He may take a city, but it's that's cool. I can take that back. You can't take it back because you have no production structures.
Yeah, exactly. So once you lose the production structures, that's the big deal. You can no longer reinforce your army, and you kind of just lose all your cities from there.
Going straight for the terracotta army. Pretty smart, considering it's spawning free units.
Free squads, man.
Free squads. Well, going for kind of everything, really. He's just attacking whatever he can with these. Looking at the tech,
where's the trebuchet upgrade at for old death, though? I want some bombards, man. I'm feeling the bombers.
Well, but no one's actually
yeah, that's what I mean. No one's gone gunpowder.
There's red, and then there's also monkey purple. So these are the two players on gunpowder. As we can see, obviously here, there's a lot of gunpowder units, and that's pretty critical here. He's able to take another city from purple undefended, and yeah, I don't really see any chance for IND to come back from this one. Maybe this crazy flank. Where'd the army actually go, though? Where is it? Oh, there it is.
No, it's there.
We'll take Sevastopol.
Just the amount of time it took to rotate an army over there was ridiculous, though. And it's not like is the capital even there? Yeah, there's the Senate. Yeah, okay, so Istanbul is the capital.
Forbidden City's already been built.
By who? Is that for Orange?
Yeah, it was Orange.
Yeah, so because he's just losing more and more of his cities. So.
All of their production structures are forward, so actually, he could even wipe out Green, which would take out his entire army.
Assuming, he's not even going for the right. He goes for this.
Sevastopol.
Yeah, Sevastopol. Why isn't he going for the capital? That's the real question.
Yeah.
That'd be the big play.
I wonder if there's an army coming backwards.
Two of those trebuchets are taking attrition damage as well.
It means they're actually getting half
Yeah.
speed as well. So Despot's going to be... Is that a militia?
No, they're
just villagers. They're just dying.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
They're
So
busy dying, man.
more work being done on the left. Purple going for his own counterattack. So Purple's buying... Well, he's tying down, I should say, white. I mean, Blue's holding on, but he's not really holding on successfully. Yellow, I think he doesn't quite realize maybe where the capital is. Like, if you go his vision... Yeah, see, like, that's the thing, you know.
Yeah,
he doesn't
just don't
actually know where the
yeah.
capital is. So you can't really blame him for, oh, you're not going for the capital. Like, he has no idea. This is his vision.
Once
he may see it now.
Oh,
There
he
we
sees
go.
the capital. Okay,
Now he
here
sees
we
the
go.
cap. I mean, of course, bear in mind,
Might go
this
for
is
it.
Nomad, so it's like even less knowledge of where your opponent actually is.
He's still going to have to contend with both the Garrison City and like Garrison Tower as well. Even the
GG.
Forbidden City is like getting sniped down. Yeah, there's been a few GG calls this game though, so I'm not
Has
sure.
there?
Yeah, I don't know if it's an RON thing where people just call GG and then don't leave the game, but we might see a pretty quick one. Like look at the Forbidden City, for example.
Oh yeah, like
Forbidden City.
because like we
This
could
game's
just
looking
see
pretty over.
like probably 1/5 of this army would be required to take out this army.
Yeah.
Even though it's going to take so long because of the castle, the tower, the city that we're going to see. I think maybe just some barracks
Large
being
city
thrown
with
down.
is there a temple there as well, or I think
No, there isn't.
Yeah, that's a temple, isn't it? Is that a temple?
I don't even.
Oh, that's a library.
Library.
It's very confusing.
Yeah, because they're Turkish buildings.
Yeah,
They look
'cause
a bit
the Turkish
different.
buildings do look different. But, so no temple, but it's still going to take a very limited amount of time to... a lengthy amount of time to take out that city.
Who's Persians though? Is it red? Yeah. Okay. So Persians have 2 capitals. So for example, if green was Persia, like he would have been in an even better spot. Anyway.
It's going to take a long time to take out that city. Alternatively, yeah, like 5 bombards down the bottom here.
So I mean, blue does have an army though. Like, don't count him out. And it's actually a pretty big
does.
army too.
And this is a potential flank coming in from orange, so they might be able to get some work done.
The terracotta army was destroyed though. Very, very important stuff. I wonder if you can rebuild them. No, you can't. You can't rebuild wonders when they're destroyed. Actually going for the capital.
Yeah,
They did call GG though. What the hell?
I don't know, man. It's an RON thing, I'm telling you. So potential comeback down the bottom here. Can they take out the army? I very,
Like, look
very
at
much
this
doubt
positioning.
it.
This positioning
Yeah.
is really bad. Because of the way the trees are. The trees are...
There aren't many units that are actually in combat here for all deaths. So the crossbowmen have an absolute ball of the time just sniping down units. Is that the reduction? That's a reduction.
Yeah, and now he's building a barracks. This could be a capture here. There's no units to contest that.
Probably should just go for the capture and use the trebuchets potentially to take out any production.
Oh, then
structures
militia.
that
No,
are in the area.
militia to prevent a
Oh
capture.
man, militia are gonna shred this army. There's nothing there for yellow. The best use of militia we've probably seen. So
Yeah, they're pitchforks versus spears. The pikemen.
the big fight.
Like, villagers won't prevent a capture, but a militia will. They are military units. They actually are being destroyed, but they bought a fair bit of time, and I think they've killed most of the army as well.
And the barracks has gone down, so that's going to be helpful.
Nice try, though. Nice try. Almost got it. But, again, I don't think we'll be able to hold it. We actually have more reinforcements coming in from yellow.
Is that Blue's huge army? Is that
Oh,
actually
wow,
that's
it
decent
is.
size? I think they're actually committing into trying to take out the capital here and force a retreat from Priest of Death. Priest of Death doesn't want this army to advance any further, and it will force a reaction going for the capital. This is a very nice play.
Look at
from IND clan.
Look at Red's huge army, though. He has 8 war elephants, so...
That's a decent amount of war elephants.
Yeah,
for sure,
that's
so.
a very strong army. He's pushing through. I mean, maybe RA being a little bit too defensive here. Like, considering what's happening with this capital tomfoolery, perhaps, you know, Red should be really more aggressive and actually pushing out with it. Still,
Does Yellow, is he capturing Istanbul? He isn't capturing Istanbul, I don't think so.
no, he lost his army. Yeah, because now there's
Yeah.
reinforcements being built. However, Blue's army is pretty damn huge. This will definitely take the city for its capture.
And will the rotation come in time? These units are going to take a long time to actually rotate back to the capital. And Forbidden City's already been built, so Old Death doesn't even have the option of going Forbidden City.
Orange is out of cities, though. He's got, what, 3, 1 in the middle? Okay, now Blue's
Staying
army
in the
has
game.
been revealed.
Blue's army's here.
Let's have a look. This is what RA see. So, like, you know, it's kind of like different when you look at like the visions and just how blind they actually are. Like now he sees, oh crap, blue has a pretty big army. These are gunpowder units. Oh, I guess so is green as well. Also, have a look at the capital here of Bantu. So that's within risk of being taken by white. There is some defense here by purple though.
Throwing a bit of it down. This blue army really just needs to go in.
Yeah,
They're blowing time. Is the reaction coming in from Old Death? Is he rotating units in? Look at this main army. Is the main army rotating in? Or?
That being said, like he doesn't have any siege, but there's probably doesn't need it, especially because the city isn't even like fully repaired. It needs to put a temple. Like a temple's gonna be really important. So we have most of our players now on gunpowder. Actually, everyone's on gunpowder. So could be a bit of a race here. You know, who can take the capital first? Will it be this capital here of yellow being captured, or will it be Istanbul? I think this is actually a big mistake. Blue's waiting for too long. It is being rebuilt, and more units are coming. Okay, here we go. He just wants to get his formation.
There's
I
no
think.
siege.
I mean, orange is holding on, kind of.
Yeah.
Blue has the city here too. And
They're holding on with the help of like they're holding on with the help of castles and.
He's retreating. Oh, the capital was moved.
Oh,
nice.
really? Ah, good play. That's got to be GG.
Yeah.
He waited way too long. Capital was moved. The capital was really low. He might have been able to reduce it and actually capture it, but no. That's unfortunate.
So
good play.
He destroyed his own capital and moved it across. Yeah, that's kind of the window here gone. And that being said, though, he can counterattack maybe what, Aqua?
Potentially, but there are a lot of production buildings in Aqua's base, and Green's a lot closer there. That's where most of the units have been coming out of. So
I don't even know where Green's army
it's
actually
be much harder,
is.
In addition to attrition damage.
Oh, is there no supply here? Oh, that's our senator, I think. Oh,
Yeah,
there's no supply. Oh, that's bad news there. And now it looks like the battle will just come down to the left flank rather than the right, as it had done for most of the game. I mean, Aqua's army is still here, and there's a bit of green, just not quite as much as what we've been used to.
What's up with these GG calls, man?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm telling you, it's an RON thing.
And now Red's pushing through even here too. Some more. Yeah, there's some more
What's
cannons.
he building?
There's siege factories.
Oh
no. Just a bunch of production structures.
The macro is real, man. The building macro.
Like, never have I had to move my mouse around so much in an RON cast. Yeah, alright. But once again, the capital's moved from white as well. Where is it? Well, no,
Moscow. Sorry, from...
yellow, sorry.
Yellow.
Is it? Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, it's over here. Yeah.
Mabventi.
Just delaying the inevitable, essentially.
Did he take anything? No, blue hasn't actually taken a city.
The army's just been running around, not doing very much.
Yeah.
He was waiting for supply wagons, which have now finally arrived.
No, he changed government, the monarch. That's what he did.
He did. Oh, God.
It would have taken far too long, but his squads are about 3/4 health. You know, not having any heal. Even if he did have heal, he wouldn't be in friendly territory for it to work. This battle is just like all over the place, man. There isn't a single front. It's just kind of split up. Okay, is he going for the capital of Aqua?
Yes, he's going for Paris, yeah.
I mean, there's no siege, but once again, there's no temple.
Castle right there, man.
Yeah, but
there's no siege.
When there's no garrisons, the castle, you can kind of ignore it. And yeah, there's no temple. That will give a massive health boost. And now he's... Oh, he GG'd.
He resigned.
Oh.
Yeah,
that's a GG.
Yeah, this is going to be the resignations coming in from IND clan.
Like, with no siege, it would have taken a while. Yeah, that's a GG.
He saw the fort, saw the fort there and just, no, this isn't going to work. So.
Nice try. Well, that was probably the most hectic and crazy game of Rise of Nations we've done.
First Nomad cast as well, that was pretty fun.
Yeah, yeah, I'd like to see more more Nomad 1v1s. I think that was just... I don't even...
That was crazy. Alright, definitely had the best idea though. Their early aggression was insane.
Yeah.
They managed to hold up the top as well. Russians is a good faction to kind of hold ground with.
I wonder what faction, I mean, these guys were. Like, they didn't really have any... Wait, no, who was Turks? Turks was what, Aqua?
Hang on, where's...
Because Turks have good siege. It was green.
Turks.
Oh no, this is green. Oh yeah,
green,
so Turks.
Turks, yeah.
Turks have better siege. So look at this. Siege units. upgrade for free.
additional
Receive
range and
2
line of
free
sight.
siege units whenever you build a new siege
Ah,
factory.
so
That's
So you
why.
build double siege factory.
That's
and then,
why,
yeah,
of
for the
course.
production. Nice.
Someone's probably pointed out in the comments. But yeah, that's how he had so quick siege. Because he just built 2 siege factories and he got 2 free catapults.
Exactly. Most of the time when it comes to free units, they scale up, like, with
Yeah.
the age. So you might get 1 squad of bowmen, like take the English for example. You'll get 1 squad of bowmen for the first barracks, 2 squads of bowmen for the second barracks, 3 squads of bowmen for like the third age barracks. Like if you went for medieval, for example.
Dude, conquered cities assimilate 200% faster.
That's really strong.
So I think...
in a team game, that's really strong. What did Cyan? Cyan was French, wasn't he? So
yeah, so French had the healing, which actually worked pretty well because they
Yeah.
had the sustainable forward army.
that was really cool.
Yeah, so I don't know if they picked these factions or if it was random, but either way, they certainly played to the strength of their faction. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. So we'll go ahead and wrap this one up. Make sure you follow us on our Facebook and Twitter to keep up with all of our videos and streams and just relevant discussion. So they're all in the description. And other than that,
If you want to consider supporting us, check out our Patreon.
Yeah.
.com/generalsgentlemen.
Yeah, that's right. So
help us buy food to survive and also create more content and get more stuff up on the channel. So if you do enjoy it, please do consider supporting us.
yeah, Patreon's just a way to support your favorite creators and help us continue to post all these videos as frequently as we do and at a high level of quality and so forth. So yeah, catch you later. Thanks.
Bye.